This is the Let's Go Blues Minute brought to you by Puckdoku, the original hockey doku. Now here's your host, Jeff Ponder.
With the Blues off until tomorrow night, let's take a look around the league, focusing on the wild card teams in the Western Conference. The Minnesota Wild won an absolutely crazy game, 8-7 in overtime, over the San Jose Sharks on Wednesday, eliminating the Vancouver Canucks from playoff contention. On Thursday, the Canucks still came out battling, defeating the Colorado Avalanche 4-1 in Denver. Colorado's loss locked them into the third seed in the Central Division playoffs, meaning they will start on the road, likely against the Dallas Stars. Minnesota's win on Wednesday also doomed the Utah Coyotes, who were knocked out of playoff contention as well. In their first meaningless game yesterday, they lost 4-3 in a shootout at the hands of the Nashville Predators. Tonight, the Minnesota Wild and Calgary Flames battle in a pivotal game at 9 o'clock in the Saddledome. In Minnesota's aforementioned win, they received two key players back as Joel Eriksson Ek and Kirill Kaprizov both returned to the lineup. Kaprizov added 2 goals in the win, including the overtime winner in a 3-point outing after missing 28 games due to injury, while Eriksson Ek netted a career-best 4 goals in his return after missing 21 outings. Calgary is 5 points behind the Wild and Blues with 4 games remaining in the regular season. The Flames have won twice against Minnesota this season, but are 0-3 against St. Louis. The Flames head into this clash with Minnesota knowing they must win all 4 remaining games and receive help on the out-of-town scoreboard. Having said that, Minnesota can officially clinch a spot in the playoffs with a win in regulation or extra time. Calgary would still not be officially eliminated from contention, and the Blues would not clinch with the Flames loss, but accompanying a Flames loss with the Blues getting 1 point in their last 2 games would clinch a spot for the Blues and officially douse the Flames' playoff hopes. If the Blues do clinch a spot in the playoffs, it's looking more and more likely they are down to 2 possible opponents, the Winnipeg Jets or the Vegas Golden Knights. The Jets have a 6-point lead over the Stars in the Central Division, meaning they just need 1 point or a Dallas loss in each team's final 3 games. With a win over the Kraken last night, the Golden Knights now also have a 6-point lead over the second-place Los Angeles Kings. Vegas has 3 games remaining, and the Kings have 4 games remaining. If the Knights can scrape together just 1 win in their final 3 games, they will clinch the Pacific Division title. The Blues and Wild are currently tied in the standings, with Minnesota holding a game in hand on the Blues. At the moment, the Wild hold the tiebreaker, but that can change depending on how the last few games shake out. In Blues news, the franchise announced their candidates for 2 awards in which the NHL asked for a nominee from each team. Colton Parayko is this year's King Clancy Memorial Trophy nominee for the Blues. The award is given annually to, quote, the player who best exemplifies leadership qualities on and off the ice and has made a noteworthy humanitarian contribution in his community. Parayko has been an active member of the community since joining the Blues in 2015. He's a regular visitor to St. Louis Children's Hospital and Ronald McDonald House, and is involved in countless other charitable events and initiatives, both in St. Louis and his home province of Alberta, Canada. In an additional effort to give back, the defenseman launched his own foundation, Project 55, in 2021. Project 55 aims to provide both financial and emotional relief to hospitalized children and their families. To date, Parayko has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for local families through his charity. He also helps provide experiences to those facing hardships in an effort to spread joy and alleviate stressors. Through Project 55, Parayko hosts a patient and their family at Enterprise Center for Blues home games. The visit includes all-inclusive tickets, a jersey, and a meet and greet with him after the game. Ryan Suter has been nominated for the Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy, which is awarded annually to the, quote, player who best exemplifies the qualities of perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to hockey. Nominees from all 32 teams are selected by the Professional Hockey Writers Association. Finalists will be determined prior to the NHL awards this summer. Previous St. Louis Blues players to win the award include Jamie McLennan in 1998 and Blake Dunlop in 1981. Next up, the Blues will battle the Seattle Kraken at 9 o'clock at Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle. And this is obviously a big game as the Blues do need 2 points to clinch that playoff spot.
Wait, Jeff, one more thing.
Let's get into Puckdoku, which you can play over at puckdoku.com. Bill continues his torrid run. He won this one 3-5. Quite the baseball score there. Best play actually came from both of us. We both got what I consider to be a huge play. Bill, in the 500-plus games played in a career and 100-plus goals in a career, played Cam Fowler at 0.0%. My best play came in at the New York Rangers in the 500-plus games played career. Dave Karpa was played at 0.0%. That is always fun for me when we both get 0.0% because that typically means nobody else is playing those guys in those squares in all of Puckdoku. For today's fun fact, let's focus on Bill's play of Cam Fowler. I know all of you Fowler fans already know this, but Fowler shares a birthday with one of the biggest pop stars in the world, Taylor Swift, both born on December 5th. Swift is actually 2 years older, being born in 1989. Since her followers call themselves Swifties, I recommend Fowler's biggest fans call themselves Fowlies.
This was the Let's Go Blues Minute powered by Puckdoku. Remember to tune into Let's Go Blues Radio, the original St. Louis Blues hockey podcast and webcast. Available wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube and Facebook. Until next time, hosers.